going on, guys? This is the first training vlog that I'm putting up, and hopefully I'll be doing this on a pretty regular basis. Just kind of going over the movements that I'm doing while I'm doing them, kind of my thinking process through the whole thing. And I'll just get things answered, any questions if anybody has any in the future. Right here I'm just going through my warm-ups. A lot of the warming up that I do is done at home. I don't really do much at all in the gym too much. It's normally just some dynamic movements. I'm a big fan of box jumps just because the explosiveness of them. There's a lot of guys who do different things that do like single leg presses and stuff with really light weight. There's all kinds of different things. But you know, the main thing you want to do, this is my explosive day. Right now I'm on the cube program, so I have an explosive day, a rep day, and a heavy day that I rotate between the three main lifts. And so today was my explosive day, so a lot of the movements you're going to see are all based around explosive movements. Sadly, wrench got thrown into some of those things. I had to improvise a bit. But here I'm just hitting my warm-up sets. With this, I'm really just trying to make sure I'm hitting good depth, and I'm really going down rather slow and trying to explode up as quickly as possible. And the thing I'm really thinking about here is bringing my hips in as quickly as possible. I'm not so much thinking about straightening my knees so much as I am thinking about hips. And here, again, you know, just warming up. I was actually having some issues with my warm-ups and actually my work sets. I had some issues with the tendons in my right wrist whenever I was doing some heavier sets last Tuesday. And not exactly sure what I'm going to do about that. Hopefully I'll keep doing some heavy curls. I'm going to actually switch my grip on my deadlift. I normally do right hand over and left hand under, and I'm going to switch that for my warm-up sets and for some of my rep days to hopefully strengthen the tendons a bit. So hopefully that will be a thing in the past soon, and I'll be able to grip the bar like I really want to, and I won't be thinking about wrist pain when I'm trying to squat. Some of these I'm not really hitting good depth. I'm hitting them kind of high, unfortunately. I've been having some mobility issues with my hip flexors. It's just kind of the main reason is because whenever you go through a cycle with the cube, you kind of end up doing your squat and deadlift days, whatever the new. Well, it kind of depends, I guess, on how you have it set up. But I do bench Sunday, squat Tuesday, and deadlift Friday. And my accessory work's done on Wednesday or Thursday, depending on how I'm feeling after squatting. But what ends up happening with that then is whenever you finish a cycle, your explosive days, your rep days, or your heavy days are going to end up landing within the same week. So for instance, I squatted heavy Tuesday, and then I had heavy pulls on Friday. So I'm still having some soreness in the hip flexors, and so that was kind of something I was working through. But did hit some good depth on the majority of the reps, so I was happy with that. Here on some glute ham raises, again, on heavier days, I vary my accessory movements. I generally try to stick with no weights on for accessory movements on explosive days, or if I do, it's very lightweight. The big thing here is I'm not trying to swing on the bottom. I was really just trying to, you know, explode up out of the bottom. Here on the leg press, I'm not a big fan. I'm not one of those people who loads up like 1,000 pounds in the leg press and does like partial reps and basically doing like half knee extension calf raises almost. I'm really trying to bring my knees all the way into my chest as slowly as possible, and even kind of like stretch the lower back to a certain extent. And I'll sit there for maybe a second or two before I explode back out. And I'm really not using much weight at all here. It's actually very little, if you can see. But again, you know, with accessory work, I'm not trying to go heavy enough to where it's impairing any of the explosiveness in the movement. And then here I was just finishing up with some lat work. So I appreciate it. If you guys have any questions, I'll have other training vlogs in the futures, or leave any questions you have in the comments below.